Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about an absolutely terrible piece of news that just came out for Apple stock. One of the main reasons why I actually sold my monthly long position on this company. Now in the free Discord, which is going to be linked down in the description below, I posted about Apple saying that they had a wedge this morning, but I wasn't at my computer. And later on in the trading chats, I was explaining how Apple was a buy. I even showed this wedge yesterday. Now we didn't get a favorable outcome on this wedge, but as you guys can see, after this new wedge formed on the lower time frames, just yesterday we did get a nice bounce on Apple, and I was back up on my monthly play with this company. But unfortunately, I decided to sell out because they weren't moving along with the rest of the market. They weren't moving like how NEO was moving or DraftKings, which are the other two stocks that I mentioned yesterday as a great buying opportunity. Now, if you do decide to join the free Discord, which is going to be linked down in the description below, make sure you check out the Robinhood Simplified tab here on the left, because this is where I will be putting all my daily trades and signals, and that's what you don't want to miss out on if you are trying to make some money here on a lower time frame on the stock market, or you're trying to make some quick money, which is what I'm usually pretty good at here. But as always, getting back to Apple, I do want to talk about what my analysis is with this company long term and what essentially I'm going to be watching over the next few days, which are going to give us a clear sign of whether what Biden said today is going to be very influential for these tech names, or maybe we'll see a break in the market, a small pause, but still see some strength. So again, guys, with Apple today, they got a terrible piece of news, and that was having to do with the new capital gains tax that Biden wants to raise for some of these long-term assets, like 1 year longer assets on the stock market, or anybody or any other sort of asset. Doesn't have to be specific to the stock market, but what this means is that a lot of people who've been holding their money long-term are between a rock and a hard place right now, and they're going to have a very hard time basically deciding whether they want to sell out of their long-term position but pay tax right now and miss out on the long-term growth opportunity, or if they want to potentially hold for a very much longer time, but then eventually end up paying Biden's higher taxes. So again, guys, these are really two unfavorable outcomes right now, and this is going to be one of the main reasons why the market has been kind of shaky over the last few days. We now have an official confirmation of what's going to happen. So again, guys, for anybody who was kind of waiting or on the fence, this is going to be their moment to sell out at these sky high prices, like what we're seeing on Apple, AMD, etc. And I feel like that's the main reason why last week when I was talking about a lot of these stocks, I was telling you guys that some of them were below that minimum level that we were watching. Like Apple here, I was watching the 126 as a minimum. They broke below. Now we are watching the 118. And right now you can see that even it looks like it could break down again. And one of the main reasons that we're having so much weakness, like I said, is what happened today. But as you can see, also the volume has been steadily dropping on a lot of these names. And even though we were getting some great volume back when it was at 118 a share, we're now seeing a lower downturn when the stock unfortunately does not have volume, and now that it is at these higher levels with this bad news. So what I'm going to be watching over the next few days, guys, very, very clear here, is going to be our 200 EMA. That's the bluish green line, which you can see here on the chart, and it's going to represent the long-term direction of a stock. So when a stock breaks above the green line, you can see that they do a very nice run, and that's essentially what we've been watching on Apple over the last few days. Right now, I'm hoping that we can get a nice test or a nice bounce at around 130 and then bounce up. But if this does not happen, guys, then I will not be touching Apple until at least the 118 level, because I really do think that this was a negative piece of news that came out today for the market, and this is not at all what people were expecting to happen from this news conference, guys. So as always, if you are trading Apple, please be very, very careful. Don't forget to check out all my links in the description. But as always, guys, if you like the video or learn something new, please like and subscribe, because I'll have more updates coming on Apple. Later today, I'll have a video coming on NEO and how I made almost $900 off the trade that I showed you guys in the Discord. So again, guys, if you enjoyed the channel, don't forget to check that out down below. But as always, I hope all your plays are in the green.